Welcome to NIOS Live. Hello learners. In this course, we will learn prehistoric art, medieval art, contemporary art and folk and tribal art. Today, we are going to look into the Pahari paintings of India. In the previous lesson, we studied Mughal painting, and in this lesson we will explore Pahari painting, a distinctive miniature painting tradition that flourished in the hilly regions of North India, particularly in Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Tehri Gairwal. This lyrical and romantic style developed under the patronage of local Rajput rulers between circa 1675 and 1823 CE. Let's look into the objectives. After studying this lesson, you will be able to describe the Pahari miniature painting traditions, explain the characteristic features of Pahari paintings, identify the distinguishing characters of different Pahari schools, and you will also be able to differentiate the paintings according to their physical and thematic features, and also recognize the historical periods of each piece of artwork. Pahari painting was patronized by the Rajput kings who ruled many parts of the region in sub-Himalayan India through Himachal Pradesh, previously called hill states of Punjab and Uttar Pradesh, which gave birth to a new idiom in Indian painting. Art historian Anand Kumar Swamy clubs the schools with Rajput painting. Pahari paintings means a paintings from the hilly regions. Pahar means hill, which during 17th 19th century were the notably Basholi, Mankot, Nurpur, Chamba, Kangra, Guler, Kulu, Mandi and Gairwal, known for their painting styles. The Pahari school flourished stretching from Jammu to Gairwal, ranging from bold, intense Basholi painting from Jammu and Kashmir to the lyrical Kangra paintings, which became representative of the style before other schools developed, to the poetic representation in painting from Gairwal. The Kangra style reached its peak with paintings of Radha Krishna, inspired by Jayadeva's Gita Govinda. The paintings from all schools leave a sense of beauty, charm and lyricism in the mind to delight of the viewer. During the Mughal rule, there was an interaction between Rajput rulers and the Mughal court. The local rulers even engaged in wars carried out by the Mughal emperors, some of them being their vassals. They were also influenced by the artworks produced in the Mughal court and encouraged their own artists. A new beginning of the Pahari schools was made. Many Mughal artists migrated to Rajasthan and hilly regions when royal patronage reduced in the second half of the 17th century at the Mughal court. In spite of the warlike political situation, while prevailed initially, the school flourished and flowered under better patronage in the succeeding generations. Under the rulers like Raja Govardhan Chand, Prakash Chand, Sansar Chand, Kripal Pal and Chattar Singh, the school developed and is widely known for its lyrical beauty and enchanting color schemes. The Pahari schools had a large canvas for the content of the paintings. They included a variety of themes in their rich repertoire. The epic Ramayana, the text Bhagavat Purana, Shiva Parvati, Radha Krishna, texts like Rasikapriya, Rasamanjari, Gita Govinda, and courtly scenes, portraits of the rulers. Nayaka and Nayaki Bheda, Bharamas, and Ragamalas were all illustrated by the Pahari artists. The paintings are now in many collections across the world. The collection of Pahari School of Miniature Paintings in the museums is a rich and interesting. The themes are diverse. There are paintings of Ramayana and the Bhagavat Purana, and there are Radha Krishna paintings, Ragamalas, and Nayaka Nayaki Beda, Rasikapriya themes, and portraits among the others. The sub-schools are also diverse, such as Basholi, Bilaspur, Chamba, Guler, Kangra, Gherwal, and Mankot. Some drawings are also part of the collection on different subjects. Let us take a journey through the hilly regions of sub-Himalayan India, mostly during 17th to 19th century, when these artworks were created and delight in the same, while understanding the unique lyrical school of paintings from the North India. Pahari paintings illustrated both religious and secular themes. Religious subjects often drew inspiration from the great Indian epics and devotional literature, including the Mahabharata, Ramayana, Puranas, Gita Govinda, and Rasamanjari. Literary works in Sanskrit and Hindi, such as Keshavadasa's Rasikapriya, the seasonal Baramasa, and Bihari's Satsai, and also found artistic representation in Pahari styles. Secular themes included depiction of court life, daily activities, portraits, and romantic narratives such as love stories of Hira Ranjha, Soni Mahiwal, and Sasi Punnu. The popular Ragamala series, in which musical modes were patronized and personified through imagery, was also a recurring subject. The Pahari painters employed bright contrast colors and attached great importance to the depiction of nature, which formed a vital component of the compositions. Several regional schools of Pahari painting developed and named after their places of origin, like mentioned Kangra, Basholi, Mankot, Guler, Jammu, Mandi, Chamba, Bilaspur, Kulu, and Gherwal. Among the notable patrons were Raja Kripalpal of Basholi, Raja Sansachan of Kangra, Raja Ranjit Dev of Jammu. Important painters included Nayansukh, Manku, Fatu, Kushanlal, Ramlal, Pandit Seyu, and Furku. The growth of Vaishnavism, supported by the poets, philosophers, and saints during the 16th and 17th century, greatly influenced this art form. The spiritual symbolism, divine love between Radha and Krishna were often depicted as the relationship between lover and beloved, which became central to Pahari narrations. Here is the painting from Kangra style. This Kangra style was deeply influenced by the cultural milieu of Punjab and Sikh movements led by Guru Nanak. Under Raja Sansar Chand, Kangra painting reached its zenith, excelling in depiction of human form, nature, and themes of devotion and romance. The Gota Govinda of Jayadeva and Ramayana of Tulsidas were richly illustrated in this style, along with portraits of Sansar Chand across his lifetime. Kangra paintings are marked by luminous colors, delicate lines, and refined emotional expression. Faces are usually in profile, with women portrayed with gazelle like eyes, slender nose, and graceful figures. Paintings were executed on vasali paper prepared with multiple layers of sheets coated with kikar gum, clay, and sometimes egg white for smoothness. Colors came from natural materials such as lac, beetroot, indigo, turmeric, lapis lazuli, soot, and gold. The paintings under the Kadamba tree, which depicts the Krishna and Radha in a romantic embrace under a Kadamba tree near the Yamuna. Here you can also see gopis carrying the pots, cowherds tend cattle, and peacocks and cranes enliven the scene. And that particular work also embodies Shringara Rasa, the sentiment of love, symbolizing the union of the human soul with the divine. Here is the second image from Kangra style. The Kangra school is distinguished by subtle coloring, delicate lines, and intricate details. Themes were largely drawn from the Ramayana and Gita Govinda, often with romantic and devotional undertones. This painting, The Rains, is from 1800 CE. Depicts an aristocratic couple interpreted as Radha and Krishna on a palace terrace during the monsoon rains. The lush greenery, elephants, and the leopards evoke the joy of nature. Inspired by poetic works like Keshavadasa's Baramasa, Kangra painters translated literary image into delicate visuals that celebrate love and nature. Learners, let's take a small break and continue with other examples.
प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो,
संसाधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोट से युक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वह विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
मित्रों हम पढ़े और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी भांति।
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर।
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर। दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बहुत,
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने।
Welcome back, learners. We were discussing about the Pahari miniature paintings, and here is one another example from Pahari miniatures. Now let's look at the visual. This is the painting from Basholi style, where the Krishna is romancing with Radha with a lotus flower. Basholi paintings represent one of the earliest Pahari schools, flourishing under Raja Kripalpal in 17th century. They are bold, vigorous and rich in color. Illustrated manuscripts of texts such as Rasamanjari, Bhagavata Purana and Gita Govinda were patronized, with artists like Devi Das creating masterpieces. He was active between 1694 to 95. In Krishna romancing Radha with a lotus, which is from 1660 between 70, where the Krishna is depicted as an urban nobleman rather than a pastoral cowherd, and Radha seated on a pavilion exudes confidence and sensuality. The work reflects Basholi's hallmark: bold lines, large staring eyes, wooden motifs, and bright color schemes. Here is one another example from Basholi style, where Krishna is with a companion. This painting is made between 1660 and 1670. Shows Krishna conversing with a companion in a palace interior. His loneliness is suggested by the empty bed, symbolizing Radha's absence. The companion's Vaishnavite marks and simple attire contrast with Krishna's opulence. Basholi style has bold color palette, large eyes, and robust forms which are evident in this painting. Here is one another example from Chamba style, which shows Vishwarupa. This particular painting is from Chamba school, and Chamba is located in Himachal Pradesh and was inspired by Krishna cult and Vaishnavism. Key themes included here were Dashavatara, Vishwarupa, Bhagavata Purana and Ramayana series. Chamba artists used Vasli paper, natural pigments for colors, and gold and silver detailing, and polishing works with smooth stone. Mughal influence was evident in costumes and color schemes. Through the school retained a strong indigenous features. In Vishwarupa 1, the cosmic form of Krishna is shown with multiple heads, arms and hues, holding weapons like conch, lotus and scriptures, etc. The composition symbolizes divine omnipotence. The painting integrates Chamba's use of brilliant flat colors with symbolic and complex representation. This colossal standing image of Vishwarupa Krishna with 62 heads, 40 hands and 18 feet is painted within a surrounding on an oval frame of red-orange fire. The color and the immanence of light within the blue background, which gives the Lord an magnanimous look. All the 62 heads are arranged in 4 layers. The topmost layer of the heads wears the crowns. The 4 central frontal faces, like Lord Shiva, have a third eye in the forehead. The other faces are in profile, representing various gods in red, blue, pink and yellow colors. The 40 hands are arranged in a circle and carry war weapons. In the right hand are the conch, mace, noose, snake, kamandala, rosary, lotus and battle axe, dagger and swords of different sizes. In the left hands, shield, trident, spear, elephant goad, battle axe, bell, chakra, kamandala and yet again daggers of different sizes and shapes are shown. These weapons are those attributed to different gods. Conch, mace, lotus and chakra for Vishnu, snake, trident for Shiva, kamandala and rosary for Brahma, etc. The image of Krishna is decorated with jewelry. Example: ear studs, nose rings, bajuban and bangles. He wears a yellow dhoti. The head of Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva are portrayed on the body. Arjuna and a female devotee gaze at the cosmic form of Vishwarupa with respect and devotion. This composition of Vishwarupa is somewhat unique. The painter seems to separate this painting into two parts within the figure of Vishwarupa itself. The top part till the waist is full of details, multi heads, multi arms with weapons, etc. Below, the flowing yellow dhoti falls over multiple feet that seems to be arranged in a pin's fashion. The lower portion is bereft of symbols, faces, foliage or other decoration. The flames of fire flickering upwards that surround the figure create a sense of reverence and mystery and denote death, destruction, the Kala Chakra devouring all the lays in its path. There is a little narrative details of scenes from Bhagavad Gita avatars, Raslila and wearing armies, etc. The figures of Vishwarupa stand alone, monumental, radiant and full of energy. Much is said here with less verse and less details. With these examples, we end it here now. Thank you, learners. Hope you have enjoyed the information and details around Pahari paintings of India. Keep exploring and be curious. Let's meet again with yet another topic. Thank you.